So this is January 6th, the ellipse right outside the White House. You see anything wrong with this? Of course not. They came to hear President Trump and other speakers speak, and you're allowed to do that in America. But if you work for the FBI or perhaps another portion of government, you may have found yourself in a lot of trouble. Some FBI agents may have been at that peaceful congregation and be in a lot of trouble right now. Congressman Jim Jordan sent a letter to the FBI director. Take a look at this. While FBI employees may not participate in partisan political campaigns, FBI employees do not give up their rights to engage in political speech activity. The FBI appears to be retaliating against employees for engaging in political speech disfavored by FBI leadership. Thank goodness we've got Congressman Jim Jordan in Congress, ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee. Welcome back, Congressman. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Greg. Good to be with you.
Terrific. By the way, whistleblowers came to you with this information that people who did nothing wrong, who worked for the FBI, are now in trouble?
Yep. No, it's called the First Amendment. You're allowed to. And understand the facts here, Greg. They were, it wasn't while they were on duty. So there's their day off. They go with their spouse. They didn't go into the Capitol. They just were engaged in being at a political rally with President Trump speaking. So they didn't go in the Capitol. The FBI has not charged them with anything, has not interviewed them, has not done anything other than take away their security clearance. And everyone knows that when you that's the first step in a termination process when you work at the FBI. So one of these individuals was a 20-year veteran in our military, has worked at the FBI for 10 years, and is being, I believe, targeted by someone in leadership at the FBI.
What are they actually saying they did wrong? I mean, how do you get them in trouble? As you point out in the letter, you may not participate in a political campaign, but you are still allowed to attend events like this. They weren't. This is constitutionally protected. So what are they actually specifically saying to these guys?
That's what we don't know. That's why we sent the letter. We want to get answers. God bless them for coming to us and telling us their situation. They talked with our staff. We checked that out as best we could, and that's why we sent the letter. We'd like to know. But I think the big takeaway here is, and you know this, Greg, you talk about all the time, this is part of a broader pattern. It's targeting people that don't share the same political beliefs, as we said in our letter, that the left, the people who run the bureaucracy and run the Biden administration, the beliefs that they have. I mean, we've seen it with parents. I mean, for good, we had whistleblowers come forward and tell us what's happening to moms and dads who showed up at school board meetings. You see it time and time again. You saw it with the IRS 10, 12 years ago when they went after conservative folks. You saw it with the FBI 5 years ago when they targeted the Trump campaign. I think it's the motivation behind this whole disinformation board that they're saying no to now, but they started. It's all about going after your political enemies, and it's weaponizing the government against we, the people. It's as wrong as it gets and so inconsistent with how America is supposed to operate and how our Constitution is supposed to function.
Can we talk about the FBI for our final minute? I mean, what do we do about them? At one point, it was the most prestigious name in law enforcement in the world. And now, you know, leadership, all these mistakes, the politicization, FBI does not conjure honor. It does not conjure integrity, the letters. What do you think should be done overall?
Well, I do think the vast majority of the agents are good people who believe in the same things you and I believe in, your viewers believe in. They believe in the greatness of the country. I think it's always been problems at the top of that organization. The Andy McCabe's, the Jim Comey's, the Peter Strzok's, the Lisa Page, those individuals, I think that's where the problem has been. But you're right, though. Anytime you have a attorney general who issues a memorandum to say, set up the snitch line on parents, and then you have senior people at the FBI who send out an email talking about putting a threat tag designation on parents, that's a problem with the people at the top. So that's what has to change. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to change until President Trump runs and wins again.
Yes, indeed. Amen to that. Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican of Ohio, we appreciate it once again, sir. To be continued, and we'll be right back.